Hey, welcome back to the Disney Plus Everyday Challenge, and today we have Sacred Planet. This is a Disney documentary. It's actually not National Geographic for a change. This is from 2004, but it's only 48 minutes long. It basically, it is what it says, how it's titled. It's very simple. It just gives you kind of a look, an overview of what this world's all about. And it's not just nature, like animals and vast tracts of land and deserts and oceans and everything else. It's also about the cultures and the people that exist within them. Many native cultures that have been pushed aside by progress and the building up of cities and everything else. And it's, by the way, it's narrated by Robert Redford. Yeah, I got a pretty well-known voice in that. I don't know if this was like a film. No, it couldn't have been a film release thing because it's 48 minutes long. So, yeah, it's directed by John Long, and it has a number of voices from voiceovers from a number of people from the different regions all over Asia and Africa and even the Native Americans of North America and South America, I believe. So it's all over the place. But yeah, you get to see creatures, animals crawling in the trees, and gazelles and all sorts of giraffes and elephants and everywhere else. But also the people, you get to hear the voices of the people. And one of the common things is that you hear them talking about is preserving not just their way of life, but of course the planet, preserving the area in which they live, which they live and thrive upon. They don't have the opportunity to, if things go wrong in their general location, just in the part of the world in which they live, the weather, the weather's bad, the crops are bad, the trees are not growing, or the animals are dying off. Well, guess what? That affects every aspect of their lives. So how they interact with that land is very much has a direct result on how that land feeds them. So we kind of disconnect ourselves because we can just go buy a cheeseburger at McDonald's or unwrap a candy bar and, hey, we're satisfied. We've got our Snickers. Whatever, and that kind of stuff. We don't see how me eating a Snickers or not directly affects the local environment beyond having, the 7-Eleven making an extra $2 or $5, whatever they cost now. So, yeah, this is I think this is a kind of sentiment and a story that's been told many, many times before, but it's not whittled down into just, we need to save the planet. We need to make sure that the planet still exists for generations to come. Because, honestly, when I say generations to come, one of the other sentiments that are shared from the people that they talk to, that provide the voiceovers in this, besides Robert Redford, they talk about passing on the traditions, which includes protecting the earth, passing on the traditions that keep their culture alive, keep their way of life, keep the things they understand. So, the kid who lives out in the jungles in the middle of nowhere, compared to us, doesn't suddenly just head off to the big city and get a cell phone. And all the young people decide to just head off and do that after seeing people with strange cameras filming them all the time and going, oh, what's that all about? And then they go off into the urban wilderness and leaving no generations to follow in their footsteps. So yeah, it's important that they keep their culture and their people alive as they understand it. So there's a lot of that. The way this looks, it's shot on film. From the way it looks, it's that sweet spot between the old Disney nature documentaries, like the animal and nature adventure type of documentaries, and it's somewhere in that sweet spot between that and these high definition 4K, 8K filmed National Geographic documentaries that look like the animals are literally right in the room with you. It's somewhere in between there, and it's still gorgeous. It has a kind of, I don't know, just looking at it has a different feel than what you get with a lot of stuff today. No matter how realistic it has kind of a warmth to it. I can't really explain it. People who are much smarter than me and much more knowledgeable in photography and videography will be able to explain it better than I can. But yeah, it's something to see. Again, if it's not your kind of thing, you're just not. It's not going to change your mind. It's not going to go, oh my gosh, Robert Redford's talking about nature. Well, this is going to totally change my view. You know what? I think it's interesting to put on in the background, maybe while you're doing cleaning the house or something. I don't think they're giving you any new information that you didn't already know, unless you're completely ignorant of how the world works and conservation and things like that. It's not preachy by any means. It's not like, oh, we need to do this and here's how we do it. Here's a 5-step plan. No, there's not any of that. It's just, look how gorgeous the world is, how diverse, but yet how similar we are, no matter how cultures are different, but their values are the same when it comes to who they are, what they want to protect, and how they want to continue to thrive for generations to come. It's as separated as we are on different continents, it all comes together. So it all tends to be the same at its root. So it's kind of a a good message. So let's pick tomorrow's episode. Come on, load up. Thank you.
247.
247. All right. Oh, we had 245 not too long ago. Let's see what 247 gives us. Oh, okay. So, for some reason, I think we've had this before. It's another documentary, and it's a series, though, I believe. But I think there's many of them, because I see 2 of them listed here. It's possible we've had a third with this title, but they love making permutations off of these documentary type series, and it's kind of those reality shows / documentary things. So yeah, if it turns out we've already have looked at this, I'm gonna come back in a second. It'll seem like a second to you, but it'll be minutes of research for me. If it turns out we've already done this, I'll come back and pick something else. Maybe the thing that's right below it, I don't know. But we're going to be watching Life Before Zero. Life Below Zero, Before Zero. Life Below Zero. So I get the impression this next one's going to be cold. Colder than this, maybe. No, probably not. Anyway, Life Before Zero, Life Below Zero on the next Disney Plus Everyday Challenge. I'll see you back here tomorrow with that.